Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of F1 2014 Career Mode here on the channel. Today we have the Monaco Grand Prix, fresh off of another disappointing effort for us in Spain. Not what I was hoping for as Hamilton though. His success brings him to within 2 points of Fernando Alonso going into Monaco. Obviously going to be difficult to pass here, but I'm confident maybe we can actually have a good run today and maybe even contend for a race victory. Let's go into qualifying. Alright, time to qualify here from the Monaco Grand Prix as we head down into turn one. I'm going to play kind of cautious here to make sure I just get through there without dying, which we do. Turn those brakes immediately to the rear of the car. Sebastian Vettel, now Fernando Alonso lead the way up the elevation here as we come through towards the end of Sector 1. I'm confident in my abilities here. I really am. I think this could be one of our best efforts in the beginning part of the season. I mean, we only got one podium to our name in, what, 6 rounds? It's not been pretty. That was a really solid hairpin. Puts us right to the back here of what Alonso is capable of doing, but he's got the upper edge on me right there. Just got to be cautious. That was not good. Actually clipped the inside wall. That's going to hurt us now. Monaco, so hard to pass, so I really don't want a bad qualifying effort, and it was looking good right till then. Now we got to really nail this chicane, focus in, brake just after the 100, and get down to about second gear. Ooh, that's not good. I don't know if I might have just screwed myself right there. I really hope I didn't. Yep, I invalidated my lap time. I just made what I was expecting to be a confident weekend a lot harder on myself here. Oh my goodness. So Hamilton gets pole by 2.5 tenths. Well, his teammate starts dead last. Vettel, Alonso second and third. Ricciardo and Raikkonen will round out the rest of the top 10, and we are down here in 22nd place. We got some work to do. Let's go see if we can get up through the field. Ready to roll here from Monaco, of course, the crown jewel of Formula 1 set to get underway. Nice scenery here, actually. It looks really good graphically in this game in F1 2014, aside from like the mountain in the background. That's not our focus. Our focus is lights out and racing here from the Monaco Grand Prix. We are, well, with our back against the wall a little bit now, to say the least, but we're going to try and, you know, do what we can. Get aggressive, not too aggressive. We got one car just you know, that's Gutierrez just saying, you know what, I don't care about track limits. I'm just going to cut the whole corner. We are going long game here now. We're going to be going, oh my god, I just had major contact with Max Chilton there. That felt like that was on him, not on me. But yeah, we're going long game here on strategy and just trying to really stretch out the run here now, as this is chaotic so far. I'm going to try and dive up the inside here of Kamui Kobayashi. That was aggressive there. The NASCAR Cup Series driver, of course, from last season at the Indianapolis road course. He had a bit of a rough go when he was taking part in some NASCAR competition there, but he talked about how much fun that was, and it was really cool to watch him have a blast now. Up into P17, however, so honestly, not too bad, but yeah, I mean, a lot of work to be done. We got to be really careful of those track limits here, especially in this chicane, as we obviously found out the hard way in qualifying. That's certainly more like it there. Jules Bianchi just in front of us now as we got to try and pass him. It feels like here today so far, I don't know if it's just Monaco, but the cars around me are a lot louder than, you know, my actual car. There goes the pylon, not what I wanted to do, but I'm going to go for it here. Now up the inside. No, I'm not. I'm going to stay behind, not feeling confident enough to go for that move. I have a run on Bianchi. We can't wait around today. We got to go. I'm sorry, Jules. Thank you very much. We'll go up into P16 now, and I mean, no matter what, it's going to be, you know, difficult to pass. If you have even the best car on the grid like we do, it's still difficult to go and make overtakes here in the Monaco Grand Prix, but we're just going to stay after it. And like I said, we're going long game here. Everyone's on the red stripe. We're on the yellow. So, obviously, you think current day softs, while I'm on a medium compound basically now, which I think is going to be a good strategy. I don't want to be on the same strategy as everybody else. Go long, and when they all pit for the first time, which will be earlier than us, we can try and stretch out the run, of course, and build up as much of a gap as we can to then pit and put on the red stripes ourselves and be really quick towards the end of this Grand Prix. I think this could be a nice strategy. Honestly, I still believe we can get a good finish here. I'm looking for a run here on Adrian Sutil down towards the right-hander. He's not really going to defend it. Up the inside I go. Absolutely lunge it into the corner. Oh my goodness, that was a NASCAR-style slide job right there, but completely unintentional. I was going in there. It was so quick. I thought it was going to be a huge moment. Last season in Monaco in F1 2013, we did have a big moment with Felipe Massa, who is, of course, now on Williams at this point in time, but he was on Ferrari in F1 2013. We had a big moment with him where I went into the same corner, dive bomb kind of deal late in that race, and I ended up wrecking both of us. So obviously trying to not do that again. I have a really good run here on Grosjean. This is an aggressive spot to make a move, but like I said, you know, we're not waiting around. I'm trying to look behind me, but the camera's all over the place right there. But up into P14, now DRS enabled for us as well. We have made 2 overtakes there in 1 lap. We are getting the elbows up, but at the same time, you know, I'm getting aggressive, but I'm as well trying to make sure I be respectful, leave these guys room still, as they are, like I always say, they might just be AI, but they're very entitled to space on the racetrack. All over the back now, Jean-Eric Vergne. It's been nearly 2 laps since an overtake for me, so not been great. Bit of a slide right there. That's the big problem is this car now, you know, the similar kind of thing to all season where it just starts to slide around. And of course, in Monaco, the exit of the corner is more important than just about anywhere. So when the car's slipping around on the exit, it really makes it a challenge. I'm going to try and nail turn 1 right here and see if we can just let it roll. That was quite aggressive on track limits, but we get away with it to the back of Vergne. Where's he going? Oh my goodness, we are making contact, but we get through. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. I'm going to leave him the room, but we get the job done. Daniel Kvyat, you're up next. P12, of course, Vergne's teammate, and then after that, we got quite a bit of space, but it sounds like these guys on the red stripes are going to be pitting within the next couple of laps, so Kvyat might be really the last one we're dealing with, and then it'll be really just about prioritizing putting together as many quick laps as possible until we make our pit stop. Look at the run, look at the run, look at the run. Oh my god, I did not want to do that. That was nearly bad. Just closing in massively on Kvyat there into the chicane, but we go through the left-hander, of course, leading up to this next chicane, which feels so different here. I mean, of course, in current modern day F1, you're flying through here. This game, you really have to, you know, kind of park the car on the apex. No pit stops here, but let's see if we can get through these final couple of corners. Well, there's your answer. I didn't. So Kvyat is going to stay ahead for a few more corners. We gained so much here in towards turn 1, get a decent exit, get that slipstream. I'm not waiting around. He goes left, I go to the right side of the circuit, nearly contact again with both Toro Rossos, but easily clear up into P12, and now we've gotten past all of those guys. There's a huge gap between us and the next car of Sergio Perez, nearly 5 seconds ahead. So yeah, I mean, a purple sector 1 as well. It's all about focusing in now on putting in the quickest laps possible. Of course, you know, winning this race is very much so off the table unless we see some kind of safety car at a really good and fortunate time, which would be after everybody pits basically. So it's going to be difficult, but let's just see really if we can get a solid points finish at this point. Hamilton's now boxing, and what's not exciting me is the gap to Perez is not really going down, which is quite concerning because I feel like I'm running really solid times right now and it's just not happening. So I'm curious to see what things are going to look like here. But yeah, Hamilton's going to be already exiting his pit box with me, so I mean, that's really unfortunate. He's still in front of me as we go down towards turn number 1. That's quite disappointing to see. Nothing we can do about it. We did it to ourselves in qualifying. It is what it is. Now let's just try and stay as close as we can to him over the next few laps here before we pit, which will be at the end of lap 12 is when we are looking at pitting, so we've still got some time here. Everybody's boxed now except for myself. Basically, Hamilton now back to the lead, but look at this. He hasn't really driven away now. I'm actually able to stick with him for the most part, which I'm not really surprised by. I mean, the pace isn't bad in the car. I mean, at the same time, a bit surprised because I was actually struggling really hard to gain on Perez, who was 5 seconds down the road just a few minutes ago, and now we got the fastest car in front of us, and we're really, I mean, look at this, having no problem sticking with them here. So maybe it was really just a tire compound as well. I mean, of course, they were on quicker compound tire than I was, but obviously it wears quicker, so I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens here once we come into the pits shortly, but I mean, if we keep this pace up, we're going to be looking okay, and we're going to have such an advantage with pace in the final 8 laps. We're going to be absolutely flying. I will say I'm a little bit disappointed now because, you know, through qualifying, and I mean, look at this. I mean, Hamilton, who's on significantly quicker tires, is not driving away from me. I mean, what could have been, to say the least here. Now I really think this could have been the race that, you know, we could have gone for a victory in there. I just absolutely lit up the rears there, so I do lose some time now. But, I mean, the pace is looking good. It's just, yeah, I mean, all because of my poor qualifying effort and error there. That's going to just deeply, deeply cost us today. One more lap around, and then we're going to box here and just absolutely haul them out to the end of this Grand Prix. Once again, we've closed right up on the back of Lewis Hamilton here, nearly 3 seconds of Vettel, but now it's time to come into the pits here. Now, I'm really happy with the pace that we have found, but let's dive into the pits, get our pit stop out of the way, and, you know, see what the damage is. We were about 5 seconds behind Perez when he boxed. I'm curious to see, well, quite simply how far behind Perez we are now. Based off the track map, I'd say it's feeling decent. It should be Perez rolling around right now. No, Perez is next. Yeah, I don't know if I like what I see or not, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, we got some work to do. Let's get after it. Let's find some pace. Make sure we do not cross that pit line. That will be a penalty. We're good. Okay, let's go. Let's absolutely send it. Okay, we're P12. Some work to do to get into the points here, but our pace is going to be absolutely, I think, insane compared to some of these other cars around us for the next 8 laps. And as well, on top of that, as I hit the wall, we can put the fuel into Rich here. We got 3 extra laps, so I'm going to run like another lap or 2, and then we're going to switch it on. But look at the gap that we've already closed in. And just like earlier, I'm not waiting around, Mr. Felipe Massa. I made a move on you here before and it didn't work, so this time I'm going to make it, and it's going to work as I am nearly about to end my career. Oh my god, I nearly did a 2 for 2 on Massa there. I thought I was going to wipe him out when I was trying to avoid Jensen Button as well. It nearly went very, very wrong. Now, of course, here we're just forced to ride, but I know exactly where I'm going to try and make a move, which is going to be this next corner right here. A good enough exit to go for the lunge, I would say so. Barely enough of a hole there. Clear, thank goodness. We left the room anyways. Perez right here in front of us now. DRS enabled. We're not going to get him on the run towards turn 1, but hopefully through turn 1 good enough, we can get him up the elevation now as we go down into this first turn. Look at the closing right. Perez struggles for the exit speed. He's going to go left. I'm going to go to the right. Nearly contact again. He's got no fight in him. Up into 9th place we go. Let's go run down these next group of cars. We have run down Bottas. Look at our gap in purple. 4.1 seconds better. Apparently, this is absolutely insane what we're doing. DRS again. Again, the goal is to get him on the elevation. We're not quite close enough right now. Crossing the line. Easy, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I'm trying to not wait around. Here we go immediately to the right side of Valtteri Bottas. Now up the elevation. Thank you very much. This will be a move that he backs out of right about here. Yes, there he goes. Hulkenberg, you are next. If I can roll through here really good, which oh, it's going to be close. Do I go for it? I do. I'm absolutely sending it up the inside. Slide job NASCAR style. Up into P8 or P7 now. Oh, we are absolutely on the move. Kevin Magnussen up next, and then it'll be Kimi Räikkönen. All over the back of Magnussen right here. I'm going for it into turn 1. This time up the inside we go. Nearly contact there. Fortunately, we're able to just roll through the corners so well that we clear them before the exit, so we can really open up the wheel on the exit and almost take a normal exit line, which is really nice. But Räikkönen here in P5, we're definitely going to go get him. I mean, honestly, never say never. We could really get a podium here now in this Monaco Grand Prix. I am going for it here. I'm not waiting around. Oh, never mind. Raikkonen's going defensive, but here we go. Up the inside. Leave him the room. He's going to leave me the room. Raikkonen, one of the best wheel-to-wheel racers in Formula 1, is very similar to the style that I prefer. He knows how to race wheel-to-wheel. He knows how to leave room, and we both just did that quite respectfully to one another. They're slipping and sliding around. 4 seconds to Ricardo. Going to be a lot of work to get up there into a 4th position even with 4 laps to go. But let's see what we can do. Look how much we have closed in on Danny Rick here as these laps continue on. Now coming to just 3 to go, and we're going to be all over him within the next lap or so. Now as we go through the chicane, we are continuing to find plenty of speed in this Mercedes as expected. Of course, it is the quickest car on the grid, which Hamilton has proven, and unfortunately I've not been able to prove here now. But we're coming to 3 to go, and we're about to pounce on this Red Bull. Do I dare go for a move in the hairpin? I don't know. Is the door open? He leaves the door open. Might as well go for it. We're clear immediately. Thank you very much. Thank you. Up into 4th place. Very much so. A podium is on the cards with Fernando Alonso being right there coming to the final 2.5 laps. And 2 to go. The gap is 1.9 seconds, so a bit of work needed to be done, but you can see just visually how much we're closing in. We can definitely get Alonso. Vettel is going to be gone. Hamilton's dealing with as well some lap traffic, but he seems to be navigating through it okay, so it's not really going to cause any havoc for him. But I mean, we closed the gap down to 1.1, so that's 0.8 of a second gained over the course of these last few corners. I mean, just look at how close we have gotten to him already. Not close enough to make a move into the chicane. Not going to be close enough to make a move here either, unfortunately. So going to have to wait until the final couple of corners. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Really good exit now, actually into the back of Alonso, up the inside, into the podium we go, clear, into the wall. That's just fantastic, but no damage. We exit the final turn, even with DRS as well, from that DRS detection point being behind Alonso at the time. Final lap here in the Monaco Grand Prix. It has been a heck of a race now. We qualified dead last, and we have driven from last into a podium position here. We're not going to be able to run down Vettel unless maybe that car with the blue flag really gets in his way, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it's still been a heck of a race here now. It looks like Vettel's going around them, so yeah, they're all good. But yeah, what a race, to say the least here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on just a moment. Vettel has not gotten past the Marussia, and we might have an opportunity for our best result of the season. Come on, let's go. Let's get into this chicane and absolutely send it there. Who is that? It's Bianchi that's absolutely screwed Vettel over and given me an opportunity. And I mean, Hamilton's not even that far up the road. What could have been, man? I'm really disappointed about this. Right to the back of Vettel. I know exactly where we're going to try and line him up for an overtake here now, and it's going to be in the final couple of corners. But of course, we got to get through these chicanes without much issue, and we can have this second place result. Vettel slow through there. I let it roll right to the back of him. It's easy. Up the inside we go, and there we go. We'll take the position clear into P2. Hamilton wins in Monaco, and we have gone from dead last to second on the grid. What a race here in Monaco. We will absolutely take that. What a drive. My goodness, what could have been? We could have definitely gotten our first win of the season here today. It's unfortunate, but a great result nonetheless, considering where we started. And there we see the finishing order. Hamilton, myself, Vettel, your podium over Alonso, and Ricciardo. Rounding out the points is Button, Massa just barely missing out. 1 DNF, and it was actually Sergio Perez there for the Force India team. So unfortunate for him looking at the points. However, I mean, we still lose to Hamilton. So we're 53 points back, 6th position now. Still a lot of ground to be made up. But Hamilton, just like the first 2 games, 2012, 2013, just kind of takes over and starts running away with things here now. But we are still trailing Ferrari by 17 points. In the next episode, we head to my home Grand Prix, where I would love to get our first win in F1 2014 in Montreal. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great day.